The underground ritual chamber beneath Magnolia's end plantation had become a battlefield. Stone walls marked with veves and crescent moons glowed in the firelight, while the remains of a shattered altar lay scattered across the floor. Above them, the full moon shone through a skylight, cold and indifferent. Julien Dubois stood free at last, the ropes around his wrists freshly cut by Celeste Moreau. The scar on his body burned as if it remembered every lie, every loss. Around his neck, Madame Zora's talisman pulsed with a strange heat. Vincent Devereaux, now unmasked and drenched in blood, had already confessed enough to destroy any claim he had to mercy. 9 murders. Amélie among them. And still he wanted more. He lunged at Julien with a ceremonial knife, his face twisted by madness. The remaining order members moved with him, 5 cloaked figures in crescent moon masks, circling like predators whose faith had already begun to fail. Their chant broke apart as the chamber erupted into chaos. Julien met Devereaux head-on, tackling him into the altar and sending splinters of black cloth into the air. The knife skidded away across the stone, but the killer fought like a man already dead, driving his fists into Julien's ribs. Julien answered with fury, with grief, with the name of his sister burning in his chest. Celeste did not hesitate. Her auburn hair fell loose around her face, her bruises a reminder of how close she had come to becoming another victim. She swung a fallen torch at one of the masked figures and shouted for them to stay back. In her other hand she held the talisman she had taken from Julien's coat during his rescue. Madame Zora had taught her enough to try the oldest prayer she knew, and her voice rose through the chamber in a call to Damballa. The air changed. The torches dimmed. The order members faltered as if something immense had stirred beneath the floor. Their masks trembled. Their confidence cracked. Julien forced Devereaux backward, slamming him against the altar's edge until blood ran from the man's brow. Devereaux only laughed, wild and empty, and swung a medallion like a club. Julien dodged, seized a ritual knife from the floor, and felt the cold weight of it settle into his hand. "Your ritual is dead," Julien said. "So are you." He cut Devereaux's arm, just enough to make the man stumble. Celeste, fighting off 2 attackers at once, threw the talisman to him. Julien caught it and brought it down hard on the ruined altar. The herbs sparked. The medallions shattered. The masks cracked. A violent wind swept through the chamber as if the room itself rejected what had been done there. The remaining members of the order screamed and fled into the tunnels, their faith breaking apart with their disguises. Devereaux, cornered and desperate, made one final rush. His knife flashed toward Julien's heart. Julien turned the blade aside, drove his shoulder into Devereaux's chest, and pinned him against the wall. "For Amélie, for Clara, for everyone," he whispered, and then he took the knife and plunged it into Devereaux's side. The killer gasped once. Blood darkened his suit. His eyes lost their fire as his body slid down the wall and the moonlight above seemed suddenly dim. Celeste hurried to Julien, breathing hard, her camera hanging at her side and the ledger safe in her hands. "He's done," she said. The chamber fell still. The ritual was broken. The order was scattered. And yet, even in the silence, Julien knew that survival was only the beginning. Justice still had work to do. The moon had waned, but its shadow had not disappeared entirely.